Hello everybody, this is Miss Janice again from the library. Today we're going to talk about birds in winter. Before we talk about the birds though, do you remember how pretty the trees and the bushes looked last week and then when they were all covered with frost? That was sure pretty, wasn't it? Now, how about those birds? Do you know what kind of bird this is? This is a robin. This is a bluebird. This yellow one is a goldfinch. But you don't see those birds around now. They all flew away to where it's warmer. Some birds stay around. This is a big, white, snowy owl. The blue jay stays around in the wintertime. The little chickadees, you might find all kinds of them. And you might see a bright red cardinal. The woodpeckers stay around. The sparrows will be often seen. And you might see a little tiny nuthatch. They're fun to watch. They like to go up and down the tree, and sometimes they even go upside down. Do you remember this one? This is the red cardinal. But you know, this is the daddy cardinal, the male. The female, the mama cardinal, isn't nearly so bright and colorful. She's a little duller in color because in the summertime when she sits on her nest, she doesn't want an enemy to be able to see her real easily. So her colors are not so bright. Now I have a little poem for you. It's called Once I Saw a Little Bird. Once I saw a little bird go hop, hop, hop. So I said, little bird, will you stop, stop, stop? Then I went to the window to say, how do you do? But he shook his little tail and away he flew. Now we're going to read the book, Lewis Cardinal's First Winter. It's written by Amy Crane Johnson, illustrated by Rob Mamartz. And Raven Tree Press has printed this book. Lewis Cardinal sat on the lowest branch of his hickory tree. He was sad. This was his first winter in the North Woods. He was sure he should be busy like everyone else. Cinnamon Bear told Lewis about her winter plans. I'm almost ready for my long nap, Lewis. I've been eating a lot of fish and berries and roots. I am so full and tired. Oh, I can hardly wait to sleep. I'll see you in the spring, she said. Maybe I should eat a lot of food too, thought Lewis. Then I'll be ready for winter. But somehow that just didn't seem right for him. Lewis flew off to see how the other animals were getting ready for winter. He swooped down to the creek where Polly was busy burying herself in mud and leaves. I'm okay, Lewis. This is the way some frogs go get ready for winter, she said. Lewis didn't think Polly's way would work for him either. Lewis saw Silver shimmering in the water. Silver, he called to the fish, how are you getting ready for winter? Silver didn't answer. Instead, he slowly sank to the bottom of the stream. This didn't seem like much of a plan to Lewis. There he is, down in the mud. Back at the hickory tree, Roberta and her robin friends chirped farewell. So long, Lewis. We'll be back soon. How soon is soon? Lewis asked. But it was too late. They were already gone. Lewis moaned. I'm a bird too. I'm sure I should be doing something or going somewhere for the winter. Night fell and the woods grew quiet. High up in the hickory tree, Solomon Raven, the wisest bird of all the forest, looked down on the little cardinal. "What's wrong, Louis?" Solomon called gently. "I'm sad all my friends are leaving," cried Louis. "Cinnamon, Polly, and Roberta say they will be back, but I don't know why they have to go, and Silver isn't saying anything at all." "Well, Cinnamon and Polly hibernate like all bears and frogs," explained Solomon. "Can you find Cinnamon and Polly?" "That means they sleep part or most of the winter when it would be hard to find food. Roberta Robin migrates each year. She flies away to a warm place, but she always comes back. And Silver stays right in the stream. You'll see, Louis, it will be all right." Do you see Roberta and Silver? Louis was still worried. "Will I have friends if I stay?" asked Louis. "A lot of animals stay. I will be here too," Solomon answered. "Let's see who will brave the winter with us." They flew high above the autumn woods. Pearl Squirrel was gathering nuts. Madison was digging a den, like all good badgers do. Marilyn Rabbit hopped along the trail. "Pearl will be right in our own tree," said Solomon. "Madison hibernates when it's really cold, but we'll still see him sometimes. Marilyn will be hopping by all winter." Louis was starting to feel a little better. Then Solomon pointed to a nearby evergreen tree. There sat a lovely cardinal singing a sweet song. Louis darted to the tree and perched beside the pretty bird. "I'm Cherie Cardinal," the pretty bird warbled. "Are you going to be here all winter like me?" Louis gazed at Cherie and felt warm as a summer night inside. He thought of all the friends he and Solomon had seen. He wasn't afraid of being alone anymore. Solomon smiled down on the pair of cardinals so beautiful in the evergreen tree. He thought, it's going to be a very good winter after all. The end. Now, would you like to make a bird feeder for some of the birds that stay around this winter? You'll need a pine cone or a seed pod of some kind. This one is a milkweed pod. You'll want to tie a string around it and then cover it with peanut butter or some lard or coconut oil and roll it in bird seed. If you don't have a pine cone, you can use an old stale bagel. You don't want a moldy one, but a stale one would be fine. And then find a place to hang it outside so the birds can enjoy it. If you hang it close by, you might be able to see and watch them from your window. That should be fun. If you don't have a pine cone, you can use a pipe cleaner or some string and thread Cheerios on it. And some people use other fruit. They might add a few grapes or some pieces of apple or maybe a little bit of pear or pineapple and string it on along with the Cheerios. And then the birds can enjoy it in the winter. I will have some of the supplies here at the library, so you can pick up a kit and make a little bird feeder with some bird seed or some pipe cleaners and watch the birds eat outside your window. That's all for today. See you again next week. Bye-bye.